Greetings, everyone. So, journal time. I recently sat down to journal and I asked myself, what does becoming mean to me? I've been hearing a lot lately about the concept or the process of becoming, finding your purpose and turning into who you're supposed to be. And so the way that I defined becoming led me down a different rabbit hole. For me, the act of becoming is the act of development, growth, and commitment to self and true purpose. I then listed out bullet points for myself in that process. I listed intention, release of guilt and shame, grace, imperfection, showing up, taking things one day at a time. For me, that means staying in the moment. I listed reflection, being still sometimes, and I also listed having a desire for change. I listed flexibility, honesty, which is a huge component in becoming, because let's be realistic. You have to be honest with yourself. That means knowing where you are in the particular moment, in the present. That means processing things that have happened to you over time and their purpose in this journey, taking accountability. So you have to be honest with yourself about where you are and where you're going and who you're trying to become. I also wrote down that I needed to believe that it has already happened. That's that part where you're erasing doubt. That's the part where you tell yourself, do I really deserve this? Do I really deserve to achieve the vision of myself that I have? My desires. Do I deserve that? And the answer is yes. Because what stops you from deserving better? What stops you from evolving and growing and learning from the mistakes that you have made in this journey? So that ties back into the concept of imperfection. Because a lot of people paint fairy tales for themselves, They have this idea about how things are supposed to turn out or go, and not realizing that everything is not completely in our control as we live life. There's other variables that come into play. Those variables could be other people's schedules, finances, resources. A number of things could be happening. Our mental state, our well-being, our actual physical health. There's so many different things that can affect our becoming and lead to imperfection. So with imperfection, we have to be flexible. We have to be able to adapt and adjust, because becoming is not linear, okay? It's not always going to be point A to B to C. Sometimes becoming skips all around the board, Where you think it's a straight shot, you have to actually go in a curve or diagonally. So there's that. Also, when we look at becoming and we look at flexibility, the bigger factor is also grace. Give yourself compassion, love, and understanding when mistakes are made or wrong turns are taken. We are not meant to get it right on the first try. If that was the case, there would be no process to becoming. So in that, we have to not tie ourselves into satisfying the image or idea of ourselves that others have curated for us. Because, to put it simply, the only objective to their curated idea of us is to meet their personal needs and feeding their ego. Their curated idea of us often doesn't consider our happiness, our safety, our peace, and in general, our overall well-being. It just doesn't take that into consideration. It's more of their perfect utopia. So instead of their utopia, seek what feeds your heart, your soul. Look for what makes you happy, what drives you, your motivation in this process of becoming, not what is going to make everyone around you happy. Because truthfully, from living, you know this just as well as I know this. We cannot satisfy everybody that is around us. As hard as we might try, we can't. And that's okay. Remember, you deserve, I'll say it again, you deserve, I deserve to do what is going to feed me, that is for my betterment, that is for your betterment. We deserve that, okay? We deserve the opportunity to stumble and grow. Every day is a new chance to get it right, to try again, okay? Once you start finding your path, your rhythm, your footing, repetition is going to be what helps you solidify your purpose and where you're going, you're becoming. Repetition is key to walking in confidence, not perfection, but confidence. In this process of becoming, you have to trust yourself to survive, allow yourself to be real, and remember when I said showing up? Showing up is actually trying, not giving up. Because if you don't try, you'll never start. Okay? And if you don't start, you're not going to finish. So the process gets stalled. I say this lovingly and comically. Everything is a process. And You have to remember this. There are numbers between 0 and 100. It does not automatically start off as completed project and perfect and finished and just done. There's steps in between. There's lessons that have to be learned in your becoming. So, I will end off by saying, get started. Enjoy the process. Remember your lessons. And put one foot in front of the other. That is the best that you can do in any situation. Let me know how you feel about your current process and journey of becoming.